Okay guys, let's get down to business on feeling good with meal planning. So this is my system. It's taken me a while to develop it, but it works for me. So if you have your passion planner, I'm gonna flip this around if I can. I don't know if I can actually. So I'm gonna have to show you guys this right here. So this is what the monthly passion planner page looks like. I have the large 2020 dated with the green cover. So it's just your monthly calendar, right? So, or you can print one out similar to this. And I just write the meals in pencil. They're backwards for you guys, but I write the meals in pencil first, and so I can move them around for the month, or I like to do it like a week at a time. And so you're gonna need your planner printed out, and you're gonna need a pencil. And then on the back of that printed out page, or if you have the passion planner, you can use your break it down mind map section, which is down here at the bottom, right there. This is my system, and you can write it in order from 1 through 6. Make a list of your pantry inventory. So you might want to do this in the back of your passion planner. There's a bunch of blank pages and bullet pages. Like this would be an example of a bulleted page. Okay, you see the little dots. You can make little lists in pencil or pen. You can use stickers, you can draw pictures. So make a list of what you have in your pantry. So for example, and I'm talking more like dinner items, not everything you have in your pantry, but like canned goods, dried beans, rice, onions, squash, not really baking stuff, just, you know, like dinner items you would need for dinner, okay? So make a list of what you already have, and then make a list of what's in your freezer. So if you have access to meat or you hunt, make a list of everything in your freezer. It might be on a separate page in the back of your planner. And then if you don't have frozen meat, try to find a local meat source. This is what I do. Again, you can do whatever you want. If you want to buy it at the store, that's fine. But if you can find a local meat source, I think especially right now with COVID, we're learning that that is like the safest way to go, right? In terms of quality and just the health of the meat. And so like if you have a local rancher or your family is in ranching, you can buy it directly from them a lot of times, or you may have to take it and have it processed, but really great to make sure that you know who is caring and feeding your meat source, so they're not, you know, loading them up with hormones, because that can really wreak havoc on your endocrine glands like your thyroid and your ovaries and your adrenals over time, and especially if you're a woman, that shows up in nasty ways, okay? So try to find clean meat source, preferably grass-fed. Same with chicken. Like you want to have organic feed fed to them. You don't want them to be injected with a bunch of hormones and fillers and things like that. Same with fish. If you can get wild salmon and freeze it this time of year from like somebody who's in Alaska right now fishing and they bring it back, perfect. If you're a fisherman and you fish and you freeze your catch, that's awesome too. But think about that for your meat source if you have never thought about it. It's gonna help you in the long run. So that would be number 3, is find a local meat source. Number 4, find a produce pickup location. If you have a garden, you've already got it down, way to go. Otherwise, there's farmers markets this time of year. Maybe you have neighbors you can buy produce from if they have a garden. Down here in this Phoenix area, we have what's called CSA boxes, community supported agriculture. And that is locally grown produce, so it's fresh, which means you're going to get the benefit of all of the nutrients. It's not going to be nutrient depleted from like sitting on store shelves for too long or on a truck somewhere. So the closest you can get to picking fresh produce, the better. Another idea is Bountiful Baskets. If you have that in your area, just go to bountifulbaskets.org. You have to buy your basket on Monday and pick it up on Saturday. Or we have what's called Produce on Wheels, which is like a produce rescue program. Or you might have in your area, it might be called something like, I can't think of it right now, but there's a couple different names for it. Just like Google rescue programs for produce in your area, or mismatched produce. I think Misfit Produce might be something like that. So try to find a fresh produce pickup location. Sometimes stores will label if your produce is local, and you can go buy that too. And then pick 1 to 2 stores for the rest of what you need. I am not a big fan of driving all over town for sales, wasting gas, spending, my days shopping for at a bunch of different stores for what we need for food. I like to go once a week, get in and get out, get what we need, come home and wash it and put it away if it's produce. So down here, Sprouts is a locally owned grocery store chain, kind of a regional chain, and they have really good organic produce and sales. So Sprouts, we shop there. We also shop at Fry's, which is a Kroger brand store for like snacks and cereals and things like that. So that is step number 5. Find 1 to 2 stores that you're going to shop at. If it's Costco, that's fine. The rub I have with Costco and Sam's is that I can't get everything there. So yeah, I can get bulk stuff, but if I still have to make a stop at Target and then go to Safeway, it's a waste of my time. Like, I'd rather just go to Sprouts or Safeway and get everything I need and just buy a couple bags of it. Instead of like getting the boxes at Costco. Or maybe you can do Costco and have them deliver it and then go to your 1 to 2 stores. Okay, the last thing, this is super important for meal planning, is number 6. Find a healthy pickup restaurant or delivery restaurant. So there's going to be days like on Friday, if you've worked all week, when you don't feel like cooking, even if you had a meal planned. That's not the day to let your diet go, right? Or to let your intermittent fasting go, or splurge on pizza and feel like crap the next day if you're doing gluten-free and dairy-free like me. So you have to have a backup, right? Is there a meal prep place in your area that's open? A lot of them you can just, it's kind of like Papa Murphy's Pizza, where they're open all day. They already have it made. You go in, pick it up, and you leave with it. If you want to have some on hand and freeze them, that's a great option too. But make sure you have like an out if you just don't feel like cooking, and you don't want to ruin all the progress you've made. Have a backup, okay? So down here for us, that's Salad and Go. They're drive-through, fast food, very healthy, organic, no gluten. You can leave off the cheese if it's a salad or a wrap. And so that's our go-to down here. All right, so that is my process. Then what you're gonna do is I'm gonna send you a list of recipes tomorrow. And so you can plug them into your calendar however you want based on what you already have. So like for instance, tonight I am making this pepper and portobello fajitas. Okay, and so I needed pinto beans. I had them in the pantry, so I'm gonna make those. And then I pretty much have most of the ingredients, but today is kind of like my store day anyways, so I'm gonna have to run to the store and get what I need for the next few meals. I only like to go like once a week, but sometimes it's twice a week because we are having guests over tonight, so I have to pick up some extra things. So think about that. If you entertain a lot, you wanna plan for extras, okay? But that's what I want you to do today. Sit down with your calendar, make an inventory list of your pantry and your freezer, find a local meat source, find a produce pickup location, pick 1 to 2 stores for your next shopping list that you're gonna shop at and limit it to that, and then make sure you have a backup option for a healthy meal when you don't feel like cooking, okay? And then tomorrow I will give you a list of the meals that we're gonna make, so you can pencil them in to your planner. And then Friday, I will give you the list of all the ingredients that you need for those meals for next week, and you can go shopping, all right? So that's how I do it. If you have any questions, please ask them on this thread so people can get the benefit of the answers from me or anyone else that has input. Like if you have places to share for like meat sources or produce, that's always a good topic on this conversation group. Okay guys, that's what I do. It seems to be working.